So good morning everyone, welcome back again in another weekly market outlook. Hope you are good, doing well, and are ready for the weekly market outlook. So hopefully there is sound now. Sound is everywhere, sound on YouTube, sound on Zoom, and sound on TradingView as well. So if still you are having issue, don't have sound, then please let me know either platform you are watching. So let's move on. If you are looking for membership, just simply go to TrackTradingAcademy.com, check the membership levels, group training or one-on-one. If you're looking for one-on-one training, just simply fill that form and send that form to me for further information. So I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. All right. So if you're looking for social sites where you can follow me for ideas, updates, and for setups, just simply go to my TradingView profile, or you can get all these links from my YouTube channel under the description box. So check the signature box. All right, so check the signature box. So website link, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Slack, and Telegram. All right, now let's move on to the setups. So we had already setups on the trading profile. Hopefully you have seen those, and if haven't, then go through and look at them. So New Zealand dollar, US dollar is back at the top. All right, so struggling over there to push more higher. Let's look at the previous one. We get a nice shot from the top, went back to the trend line, and then bounced off. All right. So we got a flag, 4-hour time frame flag, which we were anticipating last week. We got a breakout, went lower, and then reversed. All right. Now it's back. It is back at the top within that bigger daily flag. We can say that. All right. So bigger ABC move. Okay. So next week we're gonna search this trade. All right. So go down this trade, the trade which we have already seen over there. Yeah, so price slightly can push more higher before going to drop. All right, so we're going to look at the lower time frame as well on this chart. So that's the New Zealand dollar, US dollar chief sitting at the floor ahead of election. People are not buying the dollar, waiting for the election outcome. And we're going to look for this to at least go to that trend line, okay, or aggressive breakout and continue to go higher for longer term, or another correction over there for one more drop and then continue to go higher after the election. All right, so let's look at the pound dollar. Pound dollar went lower. Guys, his sound is there. So do you hear me? I can see that sound is okay now, so it shouldn't be a problem now, guys. There might be a, I mean, might be a some slower on your end. I mean, it's maybe slowing down on your end, but sound is okay. Sound is okay, so it should be fine. So actually TradingView is not doing okay. TradingView live stream is not doing okay. So let me know, guys. It's okay now, so it should be fine. All right, so now let's move on. So pound dollar went lower. If you guys are having again issue, then let me know, guys. Sound or sound issue, then let me know, guys. So pound dollar went higher, went lower from that top. Okay, we got that leg. Last week we were looking for this to keep dragging lower. Okay, we see something, some bearish move over there, but we didn't see continuation. We got another leg. Okay, and then from that top we are going down. Okay, so for next week this move to complete there, and go back up or break that bigger daily flag for the downside. All right, so pound dollar is also in a daily flag. Euro Oz went lower. Okay, so next week this correction, which we are having, that correction to keep dragging lower, break the trend line or go back up for another leg and then drag lower. So Euro Oz is also at a good spot to watch for it to continue to go lower. CAD yen went lower, so next week we may see another leg there. Okay, that ABC move. So we're going to look at the lower time frame as well. Okay, and Euro New Zealand dollar went lower nicely for next week. Correct breakdown, continue to go lower or go back up for another leg higher within that formation. Okay, so pound yen is still struggling to push more higher. Okay, so we're going to look at the lower time frame. It slightly went higher and then dragging lower. So we may see ABC move on this chart as well. Okay, like that, and before going to continue to go lower. So we're going to look at the lower time frame and updated chart as well. So euro dollar, okay, so euro dollar went lower, went slightly higher, okay, and then went lower, and then again trying to push back to the top. So it is at a good spot for next week to watch it to go lower during the ECB rate decision, or you can look for it to go down starting from the week tonight. All right, so this is the bigger flag we are looking to break down. So after the election, we are anticipating some aggressive sell on the euro dollar for longer term. All right, so euro dollar is in a good spot. Okay, so lower time frame at a good spot to watch it to go down for longer term. So we got this triangle breakdown, but we did not get the leg. All right, we got this move, but we did not get another correction all the way back to that low. So we got another pullback to the top. All right, so I'm gonna look at the updated chart as well. So this bigger time frame analysis for longer term. All right, that bigger flags, we are in a bigger daily flag on the euro dollar. So euro yen also went lower nicely, tagged the trend line, bouncing off. Okay, so this correction to break down for continuation to the downside or go back up. So we are having same analysis on the euro yen like last week. All right, so there we were expecting this to break down, continue to go lower or go back up. All right, so we didn't see that next leg. Yeah, so we got this is the last week analysis. So we were expecting it to continue to go lower and that flag to continue to go lower. Okay, so we did not see continuation of that flag, so it went higher again back to the top. So for next week, same analysis, go back up for another leg or keep dragging lower. So chief yen also same like the euro yen, went lower, tagged the trend. All right, so doing same way the way it has done previously. All right, the last week. Okay, so correction to break down and keep dragging lower or go back up for another leg higher. So highly likely we're gonna have another leg, guys, before going to continue to go lower. All right, so if so, then you are selling, waiting for it to hit to form the new top. All right, and then drag lower. So just shown that chart, it went lower. Dollar CAD, okay, we got a impulsive move, and then we did not see this next leg continuation last week, and we are having another leg lower. We are sitting at the bottom on the dollar CAD. Okay, so sitting at the bottom, previous low, and the next week we're going to look at this to break out and continue to go higher. Okay, so this correction, this whole move to continue to go higher. So we're going to look at the updated chart. And dollar Chinese yuan is simply invalidated. We got a break lower. Okay, so this chart is invalidated. All right, and New Zealand dollar, yeah, we have seen that went lower. And Australian dollar, okay, Australian dollar was nice, it went lower and attacked the bottom, completed the move lower. All right, and the last week we were looking for this to continue to go lower for another leg. Okay, we got that leg, and then we were anticipating it to break down and continue to go lower or go back up for another leg. So short term, one more leg lower happened, and then we have seen flat formation over there. So we're going to look at the updated chart on the Australian dollar, US dollar as well. So chief yen last week chart went lower, went into a bigger correction. Okay, so updated chart is not there, but I have posted updated chart idea on the chief yen. So DXY is also same. went lower for another leg. Okay, so the updated chart is gonna be this one. All right, so it is already trying to, hold new low. Okay, for another leg lower or continue to go higher. Okay, so we got just a couple of days left, just next week left, next trading week left. All right, so after that we are expecting pound dollar to get some gain aggressively for upside. Okay, so dollar oil to go down for another leg all the way back to the 34 or at least previous bottom at 36. Okay, so pound yen still in a daily correction. All right, still in a daily correction, so we are looking that daily correction to break down before for more downside. So these are the charts. Okay, so good setups. Now let's move on to the opportunities for next week. So weekly chart, same. Dollar is being traded at a longer term trend line. All right, so longer term bullish trend is being challenged. Okay, so this to at least go up to go at least up to 98 or 100 before going to continue to go lower cyclical change. All right, so the election will decide, okay, what dollar gonna do after for next 1 to 2 years. All right, so we are expecting dollar to gain some strength after the election and then go for a cyclical change. All right, so the reason everyone is just talking about that inflation is picking up in the US and dollar should go lower. Okay, but currently they're not talking about the inflation in the other countries. All right, so like in the EU, negative inflation. In Australia, yeah, inflation is close to zero, and in New Zealand, yeah, so in UK, I think inflation is all right in UK, but these countries which are struggling with their inflation, right, their currencies are not going to get stronger until the central banks are going to be hawkish. So currently central banks are dovish, all right? So they are struggling to steam up the inflation. Yeah, on inflation on the dollar is already good. Okay, so is coming close to 1.50. Yeah, and if it goes up to 2, close to the 2, then we may see Fed can react to that. All right, they can raise the interest rate. They can raise the interest rate before 2022, so which can eventually give strength to the dollar. So other countries are struggling more than the US at the moment. Okay, so after the election we may see weaknesses on the other currencies. All right, so other central banks can react, and they can react to the lower inflation, which can drive their currencies lower, and eventually we're going to have strength on the dollar. All right, so picture is not rosy in the world at the moment. All right, so dollar to gain after the election. Okay, so that's the chart. At least go up to 98 for medium term. So next week we are looking this flag. All right, that flag to break up at least this trade. Okay, that trade, and then go lower for another leg or break out and continue to go higher for even after the election. Okay, so next week, so we are still within that daily correction. All right, we are within that daily correction. So this daily correction to break out for that direction, so bullish move. So chart is clear now. This chart is clear. We got the impulse over there, price is in a correction. Okay, so it's if we are not going to see that move and dollar index is struggling and keep pushing lower slowly, okay, so this move, that trade, you're looking for that wave, and we can see aggressive move during the after the election on 3rd of November. Okay, so continue to go higher, bullish move on the dollar index. So just reverse the euro dollar chart, the euro dollar chart, the bigger monthly trend line is being challenged on euro dollar. Okay, bigger monthly trend is being challenged. So inflation is not good in the EU. All right, so if it goes higher, all right, so there's going to be problem for the ECB. All right, So normally currency goes higher when inflation is inflation is not peaking. So 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 inflation should be under control, and when inflation goes higher, we see weaknesses on the currencies. All right. So obviously, ECB has to do something to push the inflation higher. Okay, highly likely they're gonna react after the election. All right, and which can eventually give weaknesses to the currency. Okay, so you're looking for euro, longer term bearish on the euro, and for next week you're looking for this trade. All right. Okay, so tag that top or slightly go higher. Okay, so this is the trade you are looking for next week, and break that trend. Okay, and goes further lower. Your short-term target going to be that up to 16, and longer-term target much lower. So watch it to go lower aggressively, specifically during the ECB rate decision. If it goes, then you got the reversal. Okay, and we're going to see more downside on it after the election. So bearish, bullish on the dollar, chief. All right, so if you're going to look at the bigger weekly chart, okay, dollar to gain. So we have seen strength on the dollar after the 2016 election, right? And we're expecting the same price behavior. And okay, so same analysis. It is sitting at the previous floor. You're looking it to bounce off during the next week, all right? And short-term trade going to be that back to that trend line. Okay, and ABC move, go for another leg lower back to this floor, exact at that floor, or new low, and then continue to go higher. Okay, so on lower time frame you're looking it to bounce off from this low. All right, so if I'm going to look at the New Zealand dollar, you got the nice ascending channel. Okay, so New Zealand dollar to slightly push more higher and then drag lower. Okay, so the trade chart is already there on the trading view. You're looking it to drag lower at least up to this previous low, at least that. Okay, and on a daily time frame, drag up to 62 or 63 areas. All right, so this channel, okay, prices at the top, slightly it can push more higher. Okay, let me show you the example. Okay, we were looking for this to break down, and we got some strength over there on the New Zealand dollar. Okay, and then we got the leg lower, so same can happen again. All right, so when you are going for short, okay, see there, then it slightly went higher and then drag lower from the top. Okay, there we got the continuation after that on the New Zealand dollar. So this is the old chart, and it went further lower. So same again. Okay, so it slightly can go higher. If it is, then no need to panic. Then let that to finish its bullish move. It is still in a bullish move. Okay, so same part. Okay, that part of the chart. So if it goes slightly higher, no panic. Okay, so trade still going to be that. Okay, bearish. So New Zealand dollar, US dollar to go down. This is the chart. Australian dollar, US dollar. If you're going to look at the old chart, which I have shown at the start, all right, so flat formation, this flat, all right, so that flat and that flat and same flat again. Okay, so it is in a correction again. All right, so this correction. Okay, so we may see sell this move next week. All right, this next leg, this expanding triangle to go lower. All right, so when you see that euro is dropping aggressively, just go, I mean, wherever you see strength on dollar pairs, either you see strength on the dollar chief is bouncing up from the low, euro dollar is going down aggressively, or you see that the pound is dragging lower very aggressively. Okay, you can trade on this move. Okay, but don't trade on this move before getting strength on the others. Okay, yeah, so if you don't see strength on the others, then let this pair to keep dragging higher. Okay, so let this pair to complete the formation there. Okay, once it is once you're going to see that the Australian dollar complete the flat formation over there, then start looking for this, okay, that trade. Okay, so this is not a best opportunity, all right, okay, but this is okay, this is a good trade, all right, but need to time it really well, okay, but looking at the price section, what's happening on the other asset. So flat formation and go down, okay, so still go down up to 65 at least, up to go up to 65. All right, so if I'm going to go to the 8-hour time frame chart, that's my structure. All right, so hopefully you see my structure. So on a bigger daily, weekly time frame, we are still within a bearish trend. Okay, so longer term trend is being challenged. All right, and Australia, Reserve Bank of Australia is looking to cut the interest rate. Okay, so which is putting pressure on the Australian dollar. So we have seen weaknesses on the Australian dollar last week, all right, and we are still looking Australian dollar to stay under pressure, all right, until next year. Okay, so that's the chart. Okay, simple analysis. Pattern is clear. Okay, that's the dollar CAD formation is very much clear. Okay, nothing complicated over there. We are still within that daily correction. Okay, that daily correction to break into that direction. Okay, at least go up to 37. Dollar CAD to go up to 37. So okay, we are still within this trend. Okay, and dollar CAD still can drag lower up to this low before going to continue to go higher. Okay, so still can drag lower slowly before you're gonna have that move. So what you are not looking for sell over there at the current price. Okay, so you're looking it to bounce out from the previous low or this flag. Okay, so when market gonna open, you're looking for this flag. Okay, this flag to break out and continue to go higher. Okay, or go back up at 100% retracement of this small move, 100 1 hour time frame move. Tag that low and go back up. So chart is clear. The lower the dollar CAD goes, you're looking at to go back up. Okay, at least up to 37. Okay, so if I'm going to look at the pound dollar chart, let's go to the clean chart. Okay, so we are still having Brexit issue. Okay, so they are talking, and we have seen some strength just based on hope on the pound last week. Pound slightly went higher. So they're still talking, all right, and no positive outcome in sight. And even if we are going to see positive outcome, of this EU-UK deal, all right, so pound is not going to rise aggressively for longer term, for upside, all right. So then, yes, something like that. This is not going to happen. So then pound gonna face the reality, okay, reality of the Brexit, okay, so which can eventually push pound lower, all right. Pound can break down that daily flag, all right. Even if this flag can break down before 31st of December, and US election can break that down, all right, or maybe they're gonna fail again. So there is no, possibility for the EU UK trade deal before 3 November. Okay, so we are expecting that they're not gonna reach to an agreement, all right, before 3rd of November. Highly likely after that, all right. So a lot of politics are involved, guys, in this, all right, in the US election and in the EU UK trade. A lot of politics is involved. So this daily correction, okay, this daily correction to break down at least this to visit up to 20, and then again we'll see how it's going to do there, or what kind of formation we're going to have over there on pound. So if I'm going to look at the updated chart, okay, so chart which I have shown at the start, every time when you see that there is a high on the pound, you're looking at it to go down. Okay, so high within that daily formation. Okay, so for next week, these two form another correction over there on a lower time frame. Okay, and drag lower. Okay, this trade. Okay, complete formation over there. Go back up for another leg. All right, and then drop or break down aggressively to the downside. Okay, so let me go to the lower time frame. Okay, correct over there, deeper correct. So short-term buy gonna be over there. This short-term buy from these lows. Okay, so this short-term buy, correct, form expanding triangle or simple flag over there, and then go lower. Okay, or if not sure about those formations, just simply watch that high. Okay, watch that top. Okay, so that's the daily correction on the pound. We are having a daily correction. We are looking pound to drag lower that daily correction. So we are, attempting short every time, and we are having high on the pound dollar. So dollar yen going to be the chart to watch during during the election results. All right, during the 3rd November election. Okay, so this to break out. Okay, there's going to be a very nice potential on this chart. Okay, nice trade, that trade, and that can be quick. All right, like that. That can be quick. So we are not currently anticipating, people are talking about that the dollar yen going to go to 100 or going to go to 90 before going to rise. Okay, yeah, that possibility exists over there. So that can happen if, let's say, Donald Trump is not going to accept, he's not going to accept defeat, all right, or not going to transfer, power smoothly to Democrats if they win. If Biden wins and Donald Trump is going to create problem, then we may see aggressive, sharp, quick sell to the downside, and then it can rebound aggressively for upside. Okay, if that is going to happen, I mean, quick fall, aggressive fall is going to come on the dollar yen, then we may see intervention from Bank of Japan and their government. Okay, they can intervene and they can devalue their currency. We can see aggressive quick move for upside. So the pattern which we are having on the dollar yen is saying that get ready for breakup, all right? And I'll post chart. Okay, make sure you follow me on links, all right, or on TradingView or on Telegram if you want to catch that trade. Okay, so this is going to be a good trade. Okay, all the way back to 112, all right, or go up to that much far away, up to 18. So this is a big flag, all right. So struggling, dollar yen is struggling, and the reason it's not rising because there is problem going on. Okay, people are waiting for the election. So you got it on a lower time frame. Last week, as I said, another leg lower. Okay, this flag to break down, and then we're going to look at the buy opportunity. All right, so this flag, if you remember, so we got breakout of that flag, and price is back at the previous low. Okay, so for next week, you're looking. So make sure you take a reasonable risk, all right, before the election. Okay, as I said, spike can happen. I mean, spike can happen both direction. It can break up aggressively for upside. It can go lower and then can aggressively reverse from the lows. Okay, that's called volatility. All right, it can come into either direction. It can come. It can for the downside. It can come for the upside. Okay, because you don't know what is going to be the outcome of that election and how investors going to react to that. All right, so no one knows that. That's unknown, unknown part of the trading. All right, so trading is a behavior of investors. All right, so how they are behaving, we see their behavior on our chart. Okay, so we don't know how people going to behave after the election, how investors going to behave after the election. All right, people are currently assuming that if Biden gonna have a clean sweep, all right, victory, then market going to behave that way. If Biden is not going to win, Donald Trump is going to win, then we're going to see risk sentiment, safe haven is going to go higher, and risk on assets going to go lower. So different, kind of thoughts, all right? So people are having different kinds of scenarios. So we don't know, all right, what is going to be the outcome of that election, all right? Currently, polls are saying that Biden going to win, and it's going to be good for the risk assets, all right? Risk assets going to go higher, specifically in the EU regions, all right, because they are lagging. So European assets are lagging since March rally, so they're gonna go higher because Biden gonna be friendly towards EU rather than the Trump. So a lot of scenarios are there, okay? But what patterns are saying to us? Pattern is saying that we gonna see strength on the dollar yen chart, all right? So dollar yen gonna go higher. It is at a good spot to watch it to go higher. So that's why I'm saying that make your risk reasonable before 3rd of November. Don't over risk, all right? And trade for short term, all right? And set up for the bigger moves, all right? After this November 3rd, all right? Set up for the bigger move and look for bigger aggressive moves, all right? And best to get into best to raise your risk after the election, not before the election. All right, hopefully you got that. Okay, so what pattern is saying, as I have shown you, reversal on the dollar yen. Okay, so another leg lower can happen over there. Okay, so this leg, if you are selling dollar yen at the current prices, make sure you trade with care. Okay, it can bounce off at any time like it has done previously. All right, so we are more bullish on the dollar yen rather than being bearish at the current levels. All right, so this to drag lower, give us a buy opportunity, go back up, or at least test that low for buy opportunity. All right, hopefully guys you understand my point. Make sure you keep your risk reasonable during that. Okay, so look at that when we have seen strength on the dollar yen. Okay, it was doing similar way last time. We were looking buy at that time too on the dollar yen. So we have seen almost 17% rally on the dollar yen. All right, dollar went higher very aggressively. Okay, it went lower first. All right, it went lower first and then went higher. So similar way it can behave. That's called volatility. Okay, volatility can come and can happen both ways, both directions before you're gonna get the direction of the market. Seems to me that it's a 1 hour time frame. It's not gonna go that much far away. So there you go. So if you're gonna use higher risk, all right, and gonna get into the market, okay, it can wipe you out and then can go into your direction. So make sure you understand that. Okay, so it went lower very aggressively, went lower and then quickly returned and then never looked back and went up to 118. All right, so same again. So you look in for buy, make sure you understand that similar kind of crash can happen on the dollar yen. Okay, so that's going to be a sideways volatility. So that's the bigger time frame. Okay, so this wedge which is just setting up over there, all right, which I said last week, this to complete there, okay, at that low or at least back to that low, and then give us this buy opportunity, okay, for longer term and go up to at least 110. Okay, at least 110. So good luck guys. Best opportunity going to be this chart during after the election. Okay, best opportunity going to be the dollar yen. So euro yen we're going to remain bearish. Okay, but this is gonna go opposite. Okay, not going to go lower, this is going to go higher. Yen going to go lower. We'll see. All right, so this is what we are looking. All right, same analysis like the previous one. If I'm going to look at this chart, okay, it went lower, tagging the trend line, go back up, or continue to keep dragging lower. All right, so not a best place to sell at the moment, euro yen. Okay, so correct and go back up this top or slightly more higher, okay, and then give us that trade. Okay, so this trade is not a best opportunity at the moment, okay, but it can continue to go lower, right? It can continue to go lower. So a kind of neutral analysis we are having on the euro yen chart, all right, and in the chief yen chart, all right, kind of neutral analysis on these two charts. So we are looking at to first of all go lower rather than going for higher. So if I'm going to look at the chief yen chart, okay, this is also same. We are within the wedge. Okay, let's look at this 2-day chart first to understand the bigger time frame. Okay, so this is what we are looking right now. Okay, we are in a reversal from the top, and there we still can see another leg. Okay, this can go back up because people are moving into the EU. All right, so they are selling the US assets before the election and investing in the EU. So that's causing their currencies to go higher. All right, and after the election, we may see shift. All right, we may see shift. People go back into the US assets, all right, which can eventually give strength to the dollar, all right, or we may see short to medium term change in correlation, all right, change in correlation. So that's why we're going to have volatility on it, all right. So currently correlation is that if you see, I mean, dollar yen is going lower, other yen pair is going to follow, all right. But after the election, we may see that dollar can get strength, all right, and yen can go lower, euro can, all other currencies can go lower. Okay, for a short period of time, dollar can gain, all right, dollar can gain, and then again we may see normal market. Okay, so this correlation can change just because of the all right. So let me elaborate it a bit more. All right, let me tell you. So what we see when we see uncertainty into the market, we see strength on the safe havens. Okay, that's clear. When we see certainty into the market, we see strength on the risk assets. All right, and we, safe havens goes lower. Okay, but this can change for a short period of time. All right, that can change for a short period of time. All right, dollar can behave as a safe haven, all right, and the rest of the safe havens can lose their value, like gold can go lower, silver can go lower, all right, so yen can go lower, all right, and all other currencies can go lower, all right, and we can see strength on this on the risk assets, on the equities. Hopefully you got my point. All right, so dollar and equities can rise at the same time. Normally what we see in the market, we see equities goes higher, dollar goes lower. Okay, but after that election, because it's going to depend how investors going to behave, okay, which can eventually give strength to the US assets, right, because there's going to be certainty after this election in the US, and people can invest, right, they can buy US assets, which can eventually give strength to US risk assets and their currency as well. Okay, and the rest of the assets can drop. Okay, this correlation can change for short to medium term, right? And then again, market can start to behave normally. So we still can see another leg higher on the chief yen. Okay, the way I have explained the euro yen chart. Okay, or our current price. Let me go to the lower time frame. All right, so currently we are anticipating this correction to break down. Okay, this correction to break down and give us at least this short-term trade. Okay, back to that low. This is what we are looking. Okay, if we're not going to get that, okay, we will let this to go higher. Okay, go higher, test that top, and again there are going to be a short-term sell opportunity from the top. Okay, so just figure it out, where is your best opportunity. Okay, rather than trading on every single move, trade the best opportunity, best setup, all right, rather than trading on every single assets. Okay, so if I'm going to look at the clean chart, pound yen is in a daily correction, all right. Pound yen is also not rising just because of the Brexit issue, all right, and we are having that daily correction, very much same like the pound dollar chart. Okay, so this daily correction, okay, this whole daily correction to break down, at least go up to that low, all right. So there we can see short term one more leg, guys. Okay, which I was saying to you. Okay, this one more leg, a bigger ABC move before we're going to continue to go lower. Okay, that leg. All right, that lag. So make sure when you are selling the pound yen, you understand that. Okay, so this flag can break out and can go higher before going to continue to go lower. So try getting into the trade first for the sell side every time when the price come close to 138. Okay, that's the chart. Another leg can push higher slightly. All right, another leg. Okay, it can extend. Aussie yen. Okay, good chart. That was a good trade. And okay, good trade we had on the Aussie yen from the top. Okay, we were looking at to go lower that chart, all right, and then we were looking for this flag to break down. Hopefully you remember that. Okay, the chart is very much same like the the Australian dollar, US dollar. Okay, so this short-term trade first, when market gonna open, get this short-term trade from this ABC move to go lower. Get that short-term trade, tag that low, all right, break, get break and keep dragging lower. Okay, if don't break and bounce off, correct, go back up. All right, go back up and then again start looking for it to drag lower. So let me go to the bigger time frame. So hopefully you understand this formation, okay, this structure. All right, so let's go to the bigger structure. All right, so that's the biggest structure. Okay, keep dragging lower. Okay, and there I have shown you a sideways market, okay, a flat formation. Okay, another leg can happen over there before going to continue to go lower. All right, so hopefully you got that, okay, and this daily time frame, we still can see another leg higher. All right, okay, same on the Kiwi yen. We got a good move on it, and this ABC move to drag lower. Okay, this ABC move. When market gonna open, price to hold that, give us that trade. All right, this trade back to that low or all the way back to this flat formation. All right, this flat formation, and then go back up, same like the Aussie yen. Okay, and then drag lower. Okay, this trade, this move. Okay, if we're not gonna get that, we'll let this to push more higher, like the Kiwi yen, Kiwi dollar. Okay, this ABC move to finish its move there and then give us a short move again from the top. Okay, so still we can see that next leg higher. The way I have explained the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Okay, and then go lower. Okay, so CAD yen daily chart. Okay, we are looking this to go down, and there, okay, we can still see another leg higher. Okay, ABC move before going to continue to go lower. Okay, if I'm going to go to the lower time frame, okay, don't get into the trade at the current price. Okay, so you already missed the top, right? This is not a best place to get into the trade. Okay, if it keeps pushing lower, let that go. You already missed the move from the top. All right, so I'm going to look at the 1 hour time frame because you already missed the top from there. Yeah, so it's already went lower. So what is for next week? We still can see another leg higher. All right, another leg higher before going to continue to go lower. So kind of neutral analysis, guys. Okay, this correction to break and keep dragging lower back to that low. All right, or give us a bigger ABC move from there. Okay, and then again give us a setup for big leg lower. Okay, so perfect chart, best chart ever we had. Okay, so let's go to the old first. Okay, why this is the best chart? Okay, we got the bullish, boom, went back to the top, and then again we got the weekly chart. We are going lower from that top. Okay, so if I'm going to look at the daily chart, all right, so we broke the daily flag. We are going lower. So if I'm going to look at the 4 hour time frame chart, right, so we are we went higher first of all, bigger ABC move, and then the ABC move is dragging lower. All right, this ABC move is dragging lower. Okay, that flag. All right, so these 15-minute is still dragging lower. Okay, and this is the update. All right, give us another correction. Okay, very much similar like this previous one. All right, give us that correction, and 35 is the target. Okay, 1.035 is the target. Okay, give us another correction, keep dragging lower. So 4-hour time frame correction is due on this chart. All right, so if you are trading either direction on this chart, okay, make sure you understand that. If you are a seller, okay, it can go for a big 4-hour time frame correction. If you are a buyer, okay, then buy on lows. All right, buy on every lows rather than buying at the current price. Okay, so at this low, okay, drag lower and short term go back up, give us 4-hour time frame correction, and then drag lower. Okay, we don't have a perfect opportunity on this chart for next week. All right, it's doing really well. Okay, but we need a correction over there for selling the Australian dollar for more downside. All right, we need another correction on this chart. So if you're trading for short term on this chart, okay, so how you can trade, let's go back. Right, so these pullbacks, if you see those pullbacks are coming out, short term keep dragging lower. Okay, just go and look at the lower time frame. Okay, so the short term trade, okay, this trade, one correction, that trade, all right, that trade, that trade, all right, these trades, and keep taking your profit on the on every pullbacks, all right, so these pullbacks, all right, so it can keep dragging lower slowly that it has done previously. It is doing right now. Okay, it is doing right now, so it can keep dragging lower. So short-term opportunities only. All right, okay, these opportunities, okay, the opportunities, keep taking your profit off every time. Okay, so go slightly higher and then keep dragging lower. So keep taking. So not a best chart at the moment to trade. Okay, but will be best chart again once we're gonna have correction on it. Yeah, not best chart right now, but it's a best chart for longer term. All right, so Aussie Cad also dragging lower. If I'm going to look at the 4-hour time frame chart, just 4 or maybe 8-hour time frame. Yes, there you go. Okay, let's understand first where it is heading. Okay, it's heading lower, all right, where the arrow was showing. Now we are within a similar kind of correction. Okay, the correction we have seen over there. Okay, and this correction to slightly push more higher. Okay, push more higher and then keep dragging lower. All right, push more higher and then keep dragging lower. Okay, so not a best shot at the moment for trade, all right, at least for next week. All right, but it was best a couple of weeks ago, and we are within that direction. We are, going lower on this chart. All right, so we are going lower on this chart, and on 4-hour time frame or 1-hour time frame, you're looking for this correction to slightly get bigger. All right, this ABC move to get bigger. Okay, and then again fall back aggressively. So not a best chart at the moment. Okay, so let that correction to finish, and if you are already having short from the top, you look in this 4-hour time frame correction to finish and this period to keep dragging lower. Okay, EuroCAD is also a good chart, and let's go to the daily time frame, and broke out, went lower, but going again back to the top. Okay, this is the last week chart, all right, and we are going back to the top, all right, so going to complete the move back at the top. So on a current time frame, okay, keep dragging higher. Right, and there you got the bigger structure. Okay, so complete that bigger ABC move, bigger ABC pattern over there, and then give us that wave. Okay, on a lower time frame, keep pushing higher slowly. Okay, so this is not a best chart these days, guys. Okay, best chart. So it's slowly climbing up. All right, so slowly keep pushing higher back to that top and then drag lower from that top. Okay, so you are trading on it. Okay, then the price to watch is the 56.50. All right, 56.50, 57 for longer term sell on this chart. Cad chief is very much same like that, but currently we are neutral on this chart. All right, so it is staying sideways. We are neutral. Okay, we want this chart to visit the lower again. All right, that's the analysis. Simple analysis, neutral analysis. Okay, not a best opportunity. Staying sideways, we may see that you know, catch if can visit that top again. All right, this ABC move, okay, before going to drop. So not a best opportunity, guys. Will not suggest you to trade on this chart. Okay, so Kiwi chief. All right, so Kiwi chief, we need to look at the bigger time frame analysis first to understand that what it is doing. All right, there you go. So it's forming like a daily flag to break it up, right? Like a daily flag to break it up. So if we're going to look at the updated chart, okay, so that's the updated chart. All right, so we are still within that daily flag. All right, and that daily flag is somewhere there now. Okay, that to tag that low and then go back up. Okay, give us this sideways market and then again give us a sell over there. Okay, if I'm going to look at the lower time frame analysis. All right, so when market gonna open, then go down. Okay, so slightly go higher, okay, and then go down this trade. Not a best opportunity, guys. This is not a best opportunity. Okay, so euro New Zealand dollar is much better opportunity than this chart. All right, so what was the last week analysis? This flag to break down. All right, if you remember, so this flag to break down. Okay, we got that breakdown and we have a quick reversal on it. I have shown you sell on the New Zealand dollar US dollar chart. Okay, so that trade also going to drag this pair lower. All right, so you're looking price to stay within that daily flag for a while. All right, so euro New Zealand dollar, okay, just opposite. So if I'm going to look at the 4-hour time frame, okay, euro Kiwi chief to go lower within that daily flag, and this is also a daily flag. All right, this is a 4-hour time frame but running on a bigger daily flag. All right, so what was the last week? That correction to break out. Yeah, what was the last week? But before that, we were looking for this formation. All right, before that, we were looking for that formation. Expanding triangle. So we almost got everything right on it. All right, so if I'm gonna bring a chart, one of my member, I have shown you even that. Okay, so we were looking for the expanding triangle formation. All right, okay, I did not post that chart on the trading view for my followers. All right, but at the same time we were bearish on the New Zealand dollar US dollar chart. All right, so we got the bearish move on the New Zealand dollar US dollar. We got that trade. All right, and this was the opposite. Okay, so we got that next leg higher, and then we are having this move. Okay, we had that move, best trade last week for almost, we got around 400 pips on this chart. All right, this formation. So we got that last week, that flag. Yeah, that flag to go that direction. So we got expanding triangle, we got flag broke out, went higher, and then we got this bearish move. All right, that was a good trade, nice trade. All right, this 15-minute flag broke down, went lower. Okay, aggressive move back to the low, and then This is the updated chart, okay? Same like the new Kiwi chief, all right? Or let me reverse this, okay? Or like the you can see that like the New Zealand dollar US dollar chart. Okay, so this pair still can slightly push more higher. So let's come to the point, or rather than talking about it, let's come to the point. Okay, so breakdown. Okay, this breakdown, okay, this breakdown will drag this pair all the way back to that low. Okay, price gonna visit that low. All right, the New Zealand dollar, US dollar gonna visit the previous high. Okay, we're not gonna get the sell on that chart. Okay, if I'm gonna go into the, okay, we're not gonna get this trade. Right, this pair gonna keep pushing higher, slowly, all the way back to that top. All right, this trade gonna be invalidated. Okay, this pattern gonna be invalidated. This daily formation gonna change. All right, so we went short, we took shots, some profit on it on a lower time frame. All right, okay, we took some, short-term profit, or you can see that break-even trade, guys, not a profit, all right, just a break-even trade. All right, so let me bring the chart. Let me bring that chart. Okay, there you go, the chart. Okay, so we were looking for this to go lower Friday from top. Okay, we got that small leg lower, 15-minute time frame. Now prices, price held that and went back. All right, so somewhere there. Okay, and highly likely going to go back to that top. So we're going to watch it. If we're going to get some price action, we will attempt that trade again. Okay, this trade, and we're going to look for this to break lower. Okay, aggressively break lower, go and break lower back to that low. All right, so if we're not going to get price action there at the new high, or at least at this top, then we will let that to go higher, as said on the Euro New Zealand dollar, or on this chart. Okay, we will let that to go higher, take the previous top, and then again give us that shot again like last time. All right, that trade, and then give us that trade again from the top. Okay, then Euro New Zealand dollar gonna keep dragging lower. Okay, gonna keep dragging lower all the way back to that low. Currently you are not looking this trade. Okay, simply let's go to the point now. The point is you're looking this 15-minute flag when market open to break up. All right, this to break up, correct, keep going higher, correct, keep going higher, correct, keep going higher, and then again drop. Okay, if this flag keeps getting bigger back to that low, all right, so still looking this to break out or upside. All right, like last time. Good chart, New Zealand dollar. All right, so let's straight away go to the point. Okay, so went lower, another correction is just happening over there. Okay, that correction already happened, broke out, and this correction broke out, going lower. Okay, we need another one there. It is already happening over there. Okay, let's go to the update on lower time frame. All right, so this to finish that move there, and then so this pair can go back up before going to complete this trade. All right, okay, this move. So currently we are looking that to finish it there. All right, to finish that move there. Okay, it can go back up, guys, as I have shown you, buy on the Euro New Zealand dollar, right? Because Australian dollar is still struggling, so it can go back up. So when you're gonna sell this pair there for this move, make sure you trade with care. Okay, currently we are bearish. We are looking this to keep dragging lower, slowly up to the trend line, and then finish move there up to the trend line, and then go back up. Right, so Aussie chief, very much same like the Aussie Cad chart. All right, so we're gonna look at the daily okay, or weekly. All right, so daily or weekly. Okay, weekly chart is same like the last week, slowly dragging lower. All right, looks like that the breakout is happening over there. And if I'm gonna look at this 8-hour time frame, okay, so there we are looking another correction. Okay, another correction, slightly to get bigger. Okay, and then keep dragging lower. So same like the Aussie, Euro Aussie, Euro Oz. Okay, so keep pushing higher, slowly. All right, so keep pushing higher and then drag. Not a best shot, all right? Not at a best spot where you can get a good opportunity on it. So when you are trading on this chart, make sure you understand that what is your best opportunity. Okay, so go more higher and then drag lower. Okay, so euro pound to break up. Okay, we had that leg lower, but it's simply struggling. All right, we had that leg lower. No, it's simply struggling. All right, there we can see it's simply struggling to go more lower. Okay, this can break out aggressively for upside. Again, guys, it's gonna depend. All right, simply it's gonna depend on outcome of the Brexit. All right, it's gonna depend on that. What is going to be the outcome of that trade talks? That's gonna move the market. All right, that's gonna move the market. So based on the price section which we are having right now, or based on the pattern which we are having right now, all right, we are anticipating that outcome is not going to be good at the moment. All right, the EU UK trade deal outcome is not going to be perfect for the market. All right, perfect for the pound. Okay, pound can get weaker. All right, can get weaker even after positive outcome of that trade deal. All right, so we can see another leg higher on the euro pound. Okay, it can go all the way back to that top. Right? Can go all the way back to that top. So if I'm gonna, there you go. Right, so we can see that this daily flag is not just there. All right, this daily flag almost on every pound pair. Okay, setting up for breakup, weaker dollar, a weaker pound. All right, so you're looking short-term trade. All right, yeah, no agreement. Okay, it can go up to quickly can go up to 1. All right, there we can see it can go up to that top if they are not going to reach to an agreement. Quickly it can rise back to 1 and then again suddenly can drop from there, from parity. So you got my point. All right, very uncertain and volatile pair to trade these days. All right, so for short term, what you're looking it to sell for short term within that correction. Okay, when price gonna go there, you're looking for the sideways market. All right, so sideways trading, just all right. Okay, and expecting the flag to break up. All right, so you look in these ranges as I have shown last week on the pound chief chart and on the other pound pairs, a couple of other pound pairs. All right, so you look in these sideways market. Okay, when price comes there, keep close eyes, watch price action. If holding, short-term trade back to that low. When price is coming close to back to that low, just use support and resistance. Okay, so put stop behind that, look for that trade. Okay, when price comes there, put stop behind that and look for that trade. Okay, and break up for upside back to that top or back to the 97 area. Yeah, so trade sideways and make sure you use stop loss on this. All right, don't trade without stop loss on the on the pound pairs. Okay, so we can see sudden move, a quick move, and that can be like that. Okay, quickly can go to the upside or can go to the downside. All right, as you guys know that no one knows that either they're going to reach to an agreement or not. Okay, but based on the price action, based on the pattern, we are anticipating another leg higher back to that top. Okay, for that, these lows Okay, these lows for this, rather than buying the breaker or something like that. Don't buy the breaker there. Okay, so euro pound, and just reverse the pound chief chart. Okay, just reverse the pound chief chart. Okay, so this daily flag to break up and then drag lower or hold these previous tops. Same like last week on this chart. Okay, nothing changed. It is struggling in a sideways market. Just put those two lines. All right, this line, one horizontal right there and one is there. Okay, use these support and resistance places. Okay, use that support for short-term buy. All right, buy is risky. Okay, and sell from the top going to be with the trend. You just trade within these, sideways market rather than trading, for trending moves. So trending move going to be to the downside. We are expecting it to drag, break down, and continue to go lower. Okay, so trade sideways rather than trending. Okay, so same bearish, one more leg lower. Okay, that clear chart, expanding triangle to break down, flag to break down and go lower. All right, not a best chart as I said last week. Okay, so same, not a best chart this week too, but they're gonna go lower. Okay, whatever the outcome is going to be on the pound. Okay, we may see weaknesses because UK gonna be very much similar like the Australia after this Brexit, all right, or very much similar like the New Zealand. Okay, so state is going to be very much similar like that. Okay, and their currency can get weaker. UK pound can get weaker. All right, so just keep dragging lower, slowly. The best chart, guys, just keep dragging lower from the previous top. Not best opportunity. Okay, pound Uzi is much better than the pound Kiwi, but both gonna go into same direction to the downside. All right, so pound CAD is not a best opportunity, guys. It's staying sideways. Pound CAD. All right, so just trade sideways as I said before. All right, so these lines, just use these two support and resistance lines. All right, so price already went higher. Okay, so drag lower, go back up, and then just stay sideways until you have 31st of December. Okay, and on a weekly and bigger time frame chart, all right, this triangle to break lower. All right, so that triangle to break lower. Let me make it clear, guys. Okay, so this triangle to break lower. Hopefully you see now. All right, so staying sideways, that triangle to break lower. So Kiwi CAD, okay, Kiwi CAD also not a best opportunity. Okay, so next week this one more leg lower. Okay, so slightly can push more higher for the expanding triangle. Okay, so just trade sideways on this chart, get down on a weekly chart, go down. Okay, this weekly chart is still same, another leg lower. All right, so another leg lower, that leg lower. So Kiwi to go lower too. So Uzi Euro Chief, if I'm gonna look at the bigger time frame, that's the bigger time frame analysis. If I'm gonna look at the lower time frame analysis, sideways, right? Sideways trading. Same like the last week. All right. So slow moving pair, use these, support and resistance and trade within that. Okay. So go back up. All right. So support those two lines and your target should be within that. Natural gas. Natural gas is not tradable, guys, anymore at these levels for upside. Okay, finally we are having strength on the natural gas, and natural gas is going higher. Last week we were anticipating it to go lower, but it just broke out very, very aggressively for upside. So I have explained that chart, guys, with so much details. When it was around one, if you go back to the previous weekly market outlook, which we held on April or in March, you're gonna learn something, all right? So as I said, when we have recovery, we see prices inflate, all right? When we see we are in a recession, we see lower energy prices. Okay, when we are moving towards recession, we see, you know, deflation, or you can say that we see prices goes lower, and when we are in a recovery phase, we see prices goes higher. Okay, so I have used previous chart as an example. All right, in 2008, all right, so we have seen 2008 chart, all right. Okay, in 2008 we have seen it went lower, and then suddenly it went higher, so inflate. Yeah, so energy prices inflate, you know, went higher, inflated very, very aggressively. So in 2016 shock, all right, when we have oil shock in 2016, or Brexit shock, okay, we have seen that strength again. So we are in a recovery phase on the natural gas. Okay, so it can behave similar way that it has done in 2016, that it has done in 20 and you know 2008. All right, can keep rising very, very aggressively. But another point to note over there, guys, make sure you check your margin requirements before going to trade on the natural gas for buy. It's very expensive these days, all right? Very expensive. So not worth taking to trade on the natural gas. Check what it is, you know, what your broker is charging you as a CFD or as a spot price. Very expensive to trade. All right? For the upside for buy. And for sell, I think there is a positive, you know, swap, and for upside is a negative. So just check with your broker what they are charging you. So on current time frame, we are expecting another bigger correction. All right, let me check the weekly chart again. We were anticipating bigger daily correction. All right, something like that. Okay, like that bigger correction. We had that bigger correction. That bigger correction broke out. Okay, we are anticipating again something like that. Okay, there's going to be a sell opportunity on the natural gas. So watch the current price. Okay, watch, check the price first with your broker before going to trade on it. So we're expecting this to drag lower. Well, explained. Okay, ABC move. We are still within the same pattern, the pattern which we are having since last couple of weeks. ABC move. Okay, this ABC move to drag lower and then go higher. Okay, so if I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame, same analysis, nothing changed. All right, so you're looking this to go lower, oil too. Okay, test that top, go lower, back to that low. Okay, and extend that leg to that trend line, complete there, continue to go lower. Okay, so chart is there. You can click on that chart, you can watch it. What is the pattern? All right, same analysis on the UK oil, a bigger correction. All right, bigger correction. So countries are still struggling to, yeah, so OPEC countries are still struggling with the supply. I mean, more supply is there, there's no demand, and no enough demand, which is just pushing the prices lower. Okay, that trade and then continue to go higher. So 4-hour time frame to drag lower. ABC move. Okay, so gold chart. Gold chart, let's simply go to the clean chart. Okay, not complicated. Gold chart is simple. Analysis is going to be over there. So we are anticipating gold to go lower. Yeah, on a stronger dollar. Not aggressive sell. Aggressive sell is going to be over there, and then when Fed is going to do something. All right. So this correction to break down. Get this correction to break down like that. Get bigger. All right, so let's try to same like last week, guys. Nothing changed on this chart. Okay, so slowly moving higher, and you're looking. Let me make it, you know, let me make it clear for you. All right, so this correction to break down. Okay, so drag lower up to trend line 1780 or or at least up to this previous low, right? This daily flag to break down back to that low, or all the way back to the trend line. Okay, if I'm going to look at the bigger time frame, you're going to understand that we are in a daily correction. Okay, that correction can get bigger before going to continue to go higher back to the previous top. All right, so bearish breakout. Yeah, silver, same bearish breakout. Okay, oh, flat formation which I have just shown you last week, or this is a very nice correction, guys. Very nice flat formation on the silver. All right, so don't buy silver. Just don't buy silver. All right, if you guys are buying silver, make sure you think twice. Okay, don't buy silver at these levels. All right, so you missed the move, guys, from the lows. Okay, when it was forming a perfect opportunity at the bottom, historical low we had on the silver. All right, look at these 15-minute chart. Okay, so 1198, 1199. So you missed that move. All right, so I'm going to remind you again, if you're a silver buyer, some banks are saying, okay, some banks are saying that silver is a good buy at 24 up to 30, right? But it's not a good buy, right? It's not a good buy, all right? So election result can drag it aggressively lower, all right? Very, very aggressively lower. So don't buy silver at these levels for more upside. All right, don't buy silver at these levels, more upside. Okay, so we are currently expecting this to go lower. Okay, so yeah, silver gonna go higher, as long as Fed to let the inflation keep pushing higher. All right, if they let the inflation go up to 3% or more than 3%, then we may see similar kind of move. All right, then we may see very, very aggressive move for the upside back to that top. All right, next leg. So what currently inflation is around 38, 1.38 annual. All right, and Fed is communicating. They are signaling. All right, they are signaling that they may react if inflation is going to hit 2%. All right, they may react to that. All right, means that they can tighten their policy. So currently monetary policy is loose, which is driving the dollar lower and stronger metals, right? And if inflation goes to 2% quickly, all right, that can drive the metals lower. Okay, Fed can react quickly, and that can drive the dollar higher, metals lower. Okay, they are currently saying that they're gonna wait for the inflation to hit the 225. All right, 225 and 250 is not a you know uh, 250 is not a not their target. All right, they're not going to tolerate 250. Right, but they're going to tolerate up to 225. So they may react at 2%. All right, which can drive the metals lower. So this move is just imaginary move. Okay, yes, it can happen. It can happen if crises are going to get more worse. Okay, we are still within a crisis. If we are going to see double dip recession, okay, more lockdowns, more virus, viruses are just keep growing, keep rising, no vaccine, yeah, and uncertain outcome of US election, right? Trump is not going to accept the defeat, yeah, or US-China war. These kind of scenarios can drive this aggressively higher, all right? Multiple uncertain factors can drive this aggressively higher, all right? So, hopefully we are not going to see, war anytime soon, all right? So loose monetary policy, inflation picking up, struggling, metals are struggling to push more higher, so it's not making sense to buy the metals at the current levels. Okay, so we are within that daily correction. All right, very much similar like that previous correction. Okay, this previous correction that broke out. All right, next form that broke out. Okay, we are within this the second correction. I mean third, whatever you want to call, 1 2 3, whatever. We are within a correction. Okay, so election result can break down aggressively lower. Okay, all the way back normal. Okay, normality. So it can go back to normal or average price. Okay, the average price is the 1416. All right, 15. These are the average price on this silver. Okay, so on a lower time frame, we are still within a daily correction. All right, so it can slightly keep pushing slowly higher. All right, the way it is doing right now. Okay, so slightly can push higher. All right, until 3rd of November and then breakout. So you are not waiting for the 3rd of November. You're simply waiting for the breakout whenever it is going to happen, today, tomorrow, or on a 3rd of November. So highly likely we're going to have that on 3rd of November. Okay, and silver to drag lower. All right, this trade and that trade drag lower. S&P 500. Okay, big players are not getting into the market. They are not buying the equities. All right, and let's simply go to the daily chart. Okay, that's the formation. We are anticipating another leg lower before the election. Still we are anticipating. All right, so it looks like that time is short. Yeah, and the leg is bigger. All right, the leg is bigger. So after the election or on 3rd of November, we're going to look for it to continue to go higher. So let's go to the point. All right, so pattern is same like last week, hasn't changed. Next week we're going to watch this 4-hour time frame correction to break down. Okay, this correction to break down, form another one, tag that low, and then continue to go higher. So we are not looking this trade before 3rd of November. Yeah, pattern is clear for breakup, but we are not looking. Okay, we're going to start looking for buy after that. So let's go to this 4-hour time frame. Clear sideways market, this flat ABC move to breakdown. Short-term trade is that breakdown and go lower all the way back to that low. Okay, and after the US election, then continue to keep pushing higher. NES, same. All right, that's the formation. If I'm going to look at the 4-hour time frame chart, okay, same expanding triangle or triangle. Okay, not expanding triangle, symmetrical triangle. You can see that. All right, so this sideways market, flat formation to break down, drag lower, test that low, go higher. Okay, if price is not going to test the low before the election, then we're going to look for it to break up. Okay, so this sideways market. Okay, we are not looking that trade, not looking next leg higher. All right, this is the formation. So there you go. All right, so they are at the top. Okay, before the election, they are not making sense to rise. Same on Nasdaq 100 in Dow. Okay, same flag is there. Okay, so this formation, drag lower, slowly drag lower, and then continue to go higher after the election. If I'm gonna look at the 4-hour time frame, very much same guys, like the others. Okay, this flat formation, all right, that flat formation to keep dragging lower, correct, keep dragging lower, test that low, continue to go higher. Okay, will remain bearish until 3rd of November. Okay, will remain bearish on US equities. They are not making sense to rise before the 3rd of November. Okay, but after that, yes, we may see breakup and they can rise. Let's go to the 2016. Okay, that's the 2016 when Donald Trump gave surprise to the market. Okay, there was a flag. I have shown in the previous weekly market outlook that broken out. So we're going to search that during 3rd November. Okay, on election night. Break up, election night break up, and continue to go higher. So if you see equities goes higher, okay, if you're going to see break up, okay, make sure you understand. All right, if you're going to get a break up on equities, okay, equities are breaking on 3rd November night. So which is the best opportunity you should run after? Dollar yen, obviously dollar yen. Okay, dollar yen gonna be the opportunity. Okay, hopefully you got it. So you should run after the dollar yen on breakout on equities. Okay, so what they are doing, they are again correcting on daily time frame. And there. Okay, so if price remains there for next 2 weeks, all right. Okay, then breakout, continue to go higher, and go after the dollar yen. They're also gonna go higher. Okay, you can buy them too, but dollar yen is at the best spot. Okay, sitting at the floor. Okay, setting up for a breakup. Okay, so like last time, setting up for a breakup. Yeah, price is not going to stay there, guys. The price is not going to stay there. All right, price is not going to stay there within that wedge. All right, you see that how many weeks we're staying there? A lot of weeks. Okay, so since June, all right, you can say that since June, July. So price is not going to stay there within that. So best opportunity going to be the dollar yen on equities breakup. Okay, so S&P 500 gonna be the bullish breakout. US 32, but before 3rd of November, you are either staying neutral or staying short-term bearish. Okay, on Dow as well, on German 30. Okay, so German 30 very much same. Okay, so this simple flat formation. So we are not anticipating, guys, next leg higher before the 3rd of November. Okay, just stay sideways, that trade back to that top, all right, and then go lower again. All right, it's not big move. We are not anticipating big move. All right, on US Russell 2000 also same. We are anticipating yeah, it to drag lower, expanding triangle, then go higher before the 3rd of November. If not going to see, you know, triangle, then this daily correction. Okay, so slightly get bigger, bigger correction. Keep dragging there, and then continue. So US Russell 2000 is not a best opportunity right now, right? Is not a best opportunity right now. Let me check. Let me check. Whole chart. All right. That time it was a best opportunity when other US equities were rising. Okay, so small caps were struggling. What people were doing, they were going after the big caps, all right? Buying Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Zoom, and you know, all you know, high tech stock was rising. Okay, big caps were rising, but small caps were not rising. Now, what is happening right now? All right, so shift. We are having shift. All right, from you know, big caps to small cap. People taking their profit away from big caps and was positioning on the small caps. All right, so that means the high tech stock was leading, all right, and small cap stock was lagging. All right, when we have seen bullish move or rally there on the high tech stock, yeah, after that now people, you know, started to buy the small cap. All right, now small cap is finishing its move back at the top. Okay, so the point to note here is that US equities are at the top. All right, they finished their move. They are in rally since March, but some European stock, all right? So European equities are still lagging, all right? They're still under pressure. They are not rising. German 30 is back at the top, but there are others which are not in, which are still struggling since March, all right? So after the election, if Biden is going to win and US EU relations are going to improve, all right, then we may see a rally there. Okay, that stock that stock can start rising, right? Then investors can go there in the EU and they can invest there, and eventually we're going to see strength on the EU assets. All right, and this is going to happen. Okay, so the best opportunity, we're going to be the best opportunity. The best opportunity going to be in the UK, all right? Because UK assets are still under pressure because of the UK-EU trade deal. All right, after 31st of December, when we're going to have certainty, UK assets going to be undervalued. Yeah, the rest of the, world assets going to be overvalued. They're going to be value in the UK assets. They're going to go higher. Okay, so UK 100 index is undervalued, forming a bigger daily, weekly correction. We're going to see breakup. All right, we're going to see breakup, and that's going to go higher. Okay, so that went higher. Small caps did really well. They went higher. And now let's look at the UK 100 index and then a couple of others. Okay, so I'm going to look at the UK 100 index. It is struggling. Okay, where we are, if you're going to look at the monthly chart, where we are almost back at the top. Okay, on US equities, we are at the top. S&P 500, top. Nasdaq 100 index, yeah, new high. Okay, German 30, that top, previous top. Yeah, Chinese equities, top. Nikkei index, top. All right, and what else left? US Russell 2000. I have just shown you that chart at that top. All right, so value going to be there in the US in the UK market. All right, so this daily correction going to be the breakout. Okay, it can stay there for next 2 months. Price can stay there, right, within that daily weekly correction. So if I'm going to look at the 140 days time. Yeah, we are within that daily weekly correction since last 140 days. Okay, we have seen only 32% strength on 100 index, UK 100 index. All right, it can go all the way up to the previous top, means that's 60% strength. All right, and from current price, we can see another 35% strength on that. So investors gonna go there, okay, after election and after 31st of December, they're gonna be value. So it is lagging, all right. UK is lagging than the rest of the world. They're gonna be value, okay. They're gonna be value. So how you can trade, right? How you can trade? I already posted that chart there. Okay, but 31st of December is still there. Price is still staying within that weekly correction. Okay, not breaking up. How you can trade? All right, so if I'm going to go to the clean chart, I'm going to look at that. Before 31st of December, breakout is not going to happen on the UK 100 index. Yeah, watch it during the US election. But how are you going to trade? Okay, let's go to the lower time frame. All right, so still that setup is, you see that price hasn't stopped out. All right, so still struggling at those areas. So how are you going to trade? So if I'm going to remove that, if I'm going to put a trend line there, I'm going to put another trend line there. Okay, so you are looking lower lows within these trend lines, within these two trend lines for buy. All right, so simply whenever you see that the lower lows is coming out, right, this low, right, or yeah, so lower low is coming out, you're licking that short-term trade. Okay, that's your trade first. This is the trade. Okay, and if struggling to break out, take off your profit, let that go lower. Okay, again, start looking for buy from these lows. All right, let me put a proper structure over there. Okay, so this is what you're looking. Look at this wedge or flag to break out or upside. Right, that move. Look at back to the previous high. Look at that way. So this is you looking. So not expecting break up, quick break up before 31st of December. Okay, so these short-term trades you are looking, right, from lows. Okay, test that low again and stop behind that, right, and that's your short-term target. Short-term target back to that about trend line. If comes down again, take off your profit, look for buy again. Okay, and once you see that the breakup is coming, hold that trade for longer term. All right, hold that. So they're gonna be value, guys. Okay, they're gonna be value. Simply, they're gonna be value. So that's how you can trade, right? Wait for the bigger weekly flag to break up, continue to go higher, or keep taking your profit within that wedge for short term. Okay, so best chart, best opportunity gonna be this. Okay, rather than the others. All right, others are not. Okay, this is at the top, this is at the top, US 30 at the top, German 30 at the top, US Russell 2000 at the top. Okay, Nikkei index at the top. Yeah, it is also close to the top. All right, Euro stock is also close to the top, Euro 50. All right, yeah, by the way, this is what we are looking, okay, for next week. Hold that low and same like last week. Okay, next leg back to that top. All right, so let me look at this chart too. All right, so we are looking for breakup and continue to go higher or go down for another leg and test the bottom and then go higher. All right, that Euro same. All right, and CAC 40 is also same. Okay, we are within that, within that flag. All right, hopefully you understand now. All right, what I said if Biden is going to win, yeah, and US EU relations are going to improve, yeah, less tariffs on EU products, all right, which eventually gonna give strength to the European stocks. Okay, so there is value. Okay, we can see there is value, right? They are still lagging. They're gonna be rally, all right? Investors gonna go there on EU stock too. They're gonna be rally. All right, Frankfurt, they're gonna be rally. Stock 600, they're gonna be rally. That trade. Okay, so, or which is the most, which is lagging or behind the rest of the market is the UK 100 index. All right, it's the UK 100 index. They're going to be the rally. So people are waiting for this certainty from Brexit side, from US election, and all these things. All right, so UK 100 index. All right, and these are the equities. All right, these are the indices. Now let's look at the copper. All right, so copper is at the top. Copper is still inflating, still rising. After 2008 and 9, we have seen a tremendous strength on the copper. All right, it's repeating the same again. All right, from that bottom, if you remember, we were looking for that wave. Okay, since March, we were looking for that wave. We are having that wave, and now we are expecting some price action over there at that top. All right, we're expecting some price action and looking for aggressive sell over there. Okay, and come back within the average price. Yeah, it might be a start for the big rise again. Okay, it can extend back to that top. All right, it can extend up back to that top, again, go back, the inflation, all right? Okay, go back to the inflation. 2. If it is going to hit the 2, then we may see Fed can react, all right? So which can eventually drive the copper price lower. So some price action at the top on the copper to go down from that top. Okay, so still there is no sign, still strength is there. Okay, completing that leg, all right, completing that next leg over there, and we're expecting sharp sell from that top on the copper. Bitcoin, okay, Bitcoin was making headlines last week. Yeah, so guys, there's not gonna be value on the crypto, on the coins, all right, on the coins. They're not gonna be. People are talking about that. The coin's gonna rise, but currently it's not making sense, all right, for these coins to rise, specifically the old coins, all right. Why? Because central banks are bringing their own digital currencies into the market, all right. When Chinese have already started a trial, all right. They already, you know you know 10 million, you know yuan is circulating. They are, they have, given 10 million yuan to people to experiment that either it is going to work or not, all right, through a lottery or something like that. So EU said that they are also going to that path, right? Fed said that they are not looking, but they are working on that. They are, evaluating the advantages and disadvantages of the digital currency, but eventually they're gonna end up there, all right? And once we're gonna have central banks digital currency, okay, then who gonna use these coins to transfer money? All right, and who's going to use these coins? Obviously no one. You're going to use you know fiat currencies as a digital currencies to pay online. Okay, so coins are not making sense at the moment to rise aggressively for upside. So we have seen some strength on the Bitcoin because of that last week. All right, so EU said and other central banks said that they are working on that. Okay, and they may bring their EU may bring their digital currency next year in 2021. So we are not anticipating huge strength on the Bitcoin. Okay, yeah, we are still anticipating another leg lower and the Bitcoin to visit these lows. All right, visit these lows, and then we'll see if we're gonna have a buy opportunity over there. Okay, so this bigger flag, A, B, and C, leg lower back to that low, and then go higher. Okay, it can keep pushing higher. Okay, but we are not looking that move, because the same goes with the other coins. They can stay at the lows, they can stay at the floors. Okay, yeah, Oita can stay at the floor, Ripple can stay at the low. Central banks are bringing their own currency. Okay, Monroe can go back to that low, guys, again, because all these coins, they can stay at the low rather than trending. Okay, guys, so enough for this week. Hopefully you have learned something today. All right, enjoy it. This weekly market outlook. All right, so the biggest risk event is the US election and Brexit. All right, so is there any question, guys? Okay, gold and silver, there is a daily correction, both of them to break down. All right, this daily correction to break down. Okay, so Forex already done. We have spent almost 2 hours, guys. If you are joining us now and asking for the Forex, watch weekly market outlook again later on. So thank you, guys.